Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I am sharing with you kind of a Thanksgiving meal idea video, I guess you can call it. I'm sharing with you a couple appetizer recipes, a side dish recipe, and then a dessert recipe, and they'd all work really great for Thanksgiving Day or really any time of the year, but I kind of had in mind Thanksgiving when I was making these recipes. So I'm sharing those with you, and then I'm also sharing with you a few Thanksgiving crafts that you can do with your kiddos. So I hope that you guys enjoy. Okay, so I'm going to share with you a Spinach Dip Bites recipe. And to get started with that, you're going to want to preheat your oven to 375 degrees. In a bowl, you're going to want to combine 2 cups of frozen spinach, chopped and thawed, 6 ounces of artichoke hearts, drained and chopped, a half a teaspoon of minced garlic, and 2 tablespoons of Parmesan cheese. You're then going to want to blend 4 ounces of cream cheese, softened, and then 6 tablespoons of shredded mozzarella cheese, and then season with salt and pepper, and then set this aside. Alright, so using a rolling pin, you're going to lay out a seamless crescent dough, just like a regular roll of seamless crescent dough. Anyways, you're going to lay it out and then stretch it to an 8x12 rectangle. And then you're going to cut the dough into about 2-inch squares. So then you'll have 24 squares total. You're then going to want to lightly grease a mini muffin tin. You're then going to want to place a square in each slot, gently pushing down to create an indent. And you won't need to mold them to the cups, just gently press them in there. And then you're going to want to scoop 1 teaspoon of your spinach mixture on top of each crescent square and gently push in. The bites will mold to your tin while baking. You're then going to want to put another 6 tablespoons of mozzarella over each cup. Not 6 tablespoons on each one, but another 6 tablespoons total over all of them. And then you're going to bake at 375 for 15 to 17 minutes until golden brown.
Yesterday there was sun and there was rain, beauty in the mundane. And as the startled our eyes, we let go of disguise. And now there's something in the air.
Alright, so the next recipe I'm going to share with you is a loaded cauliflower casserole dish. And to get started making this, you're going to need 2 pounds of cauliflower florets, and you're going to want to steam them. And the recipe that I'm following, it calls for it doesn't really specify if you can do frozen steamable cauliflower or fresh cauliflower, but I really don't think it makes too much of a difference as long as you have 2 pounds of cauliflower steamed. So I made it easy and already got the cut up cauliflower floret, so I'm just gonna heat these up in the microwave. You're then going to want to preheat your oven to 425 and grease a 9x13 baking dish. And I'm actually going to skip the preheating the oven part for now because I'm actually making this ahead of time, and then I'm going to just prepare it all and I'm going to just cover it, put it in my fridge, and then about 30 minutes before I put this in the oven, I'll set it out on my counter, and then just to let it warm up a little bit, and then that is when I will cook it. So that is also an option as well. But anyways, like I said, if you were making this in real time, you'll want to preheat your oven and grease your baking dish. All right, so in a large bowl, you're going to want to combine 8 ounces of cream cheese, half of a cup of sour cream, 1.5 cups of shredded sharp cheddar cheese, 1.5 cups of shredded Monterey Jack cheese, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, and 1/2 teaspoon of onion powder. And you're just going to want to combine these together until it is smooth. You're then going to want to gently stir in your cauliflower. You're then going to want to mix in 6 slices of bacon that have been crumbled, and then 1/4 cup of chives, fresh chives. I, again, am taking the easy route on the bacon. I'm not cooking the 6 strips of bacon. I'm going to just use some real bacon bits and put it in there. And then I will cut up some fresh chives to put in there as well. You are then going to want to season with some salt and some pepper, and then you'll mix that all in together, and then you're going to want to spoon this into your casserole dish. You're then going to want to top it with remaining bacon, and then you're going to want to bake uncovered for 20 to 25 minutes or until cheese is melted. Like I said, I'm not going to actually be baking this right now. I am just going to pop this cover on here, and then like I said, I don't know, about 20 minutes or so before I am ready to bake it, I'll just pull it out of the fridge and then preheat my oven, and I will bake uncovered for 20 to 25 minutes as well. So this is all ready for later.
How come the stars come to shine when it's dark from so far away and show us where we are?
Okay, so I am making some salted caramel apple bars, and to get started with this recipe, you're first going to want to spray an 8-inch square baking dish, and then you're going to want to preheat your oven to 300 degrees. Then in a bowl, you're going to want to mix together 1/2 cup of melted butter, 1/4 teaspoon of sugar, 1 teaspoon of pure vanilla extract, 1/4 teaspoon of salt. You're then going to want to put 1 cup of flour into the bowl and then mix that all together until it is combined. Alright, you're then going to want to take that mixture and press it evenly into your prepared baking pan, and then put it into the oven for 15 minutes. You're then going to take 2 apples and you're going to peel them and then thinly slice them. Then to your sliced apples, you're going to want to do 2 tablespoons of flour, 2 tablespoons of sugar, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, and 1/8 of a teaspoon of ground nutmeg, and you're going to want to stir all that together until it's all combined. Then you're going to want to mix together 1/2 cup of old-fashioned oats, 1/3 cup of brown sugar, 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon, and 1/4 cup of flour. To that mixture, you're then going to want to add 1/4 cup of unsalted cold and cubed butter, and then you're going to want to mix that until you have like a crumbly, coarse mixture. Alright, you're then going to want to turn your oven up to 350. You're then going to want to evenly layer your apples on top of your cooked crust. You're then going to want to layer the streusel over the apples and then bake in the oven for 30 to 35 minutes. Alright, so now that I have this pulled out of the oven, you're going to want to let it cool for about 20 minutes, and then you're going to want to put it in the refrigerator to chill for at least 2 hours or overnight. Okay, so this has been chilling for a couple hours now, so then you can cut it into squares, and then you can serve it however you like. You can serve it cold, warmed up, room temperature, whatever you'd like. But the recipe also calls for some caramel drizzle over the top of it. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut this out and drizzle some caramel over it and enjoy. Alright, so I made these 2 turkeys out of construction paper and some eyeballs, and I am now going to ask the boys what they are thankful for this Thanksgiving and put that on the turkey's feathers. Alright, so next we are going to make foot and or hand turkeys. I'm going to let the kids decide if they want to make a foot turkey or a hand turkey. And to do that, I just have this white construction paper here and some brown paint. And then I'm going to take a paintbrush and paint either their hand or their foot and put it on this piece of paper here.
Standing on the door, I'm on my way. A million things I guess that I should say, but I am done. Yeah, I'm done. Letting go of all my heavy load. I waited for the moment to unfold. Nobody's gonna make me feel I'm going down. I'm doing alright, I'm doing okay. I stand up and take it as I go. I'm doing alright, I'm doing okay. Stronger than ever, faded, there's not a shade of mine. All in all, I'm doing fine. Up a goal to grow from heart. It's all about to master who we are. Nobody's gonna make me feel I'm off the chart. Doing alright, I'm doing okay. Stand up and take it as I go. Doing alright, I'm doing okay. Stronger than ever, faded, there's not a shade of mine. All in all, I'm doing fine. Doing alright, I'm doing okay. I'm gonna hold the line, and I'm gonna be just fine.
Alright, so we finished our little turkeys, and I don't think I explained, all I used was a plate, like a bigger paper plate, and I just cut it in half. And so then they each could paint on each half of the plate. And I just used some red paint, some yellow paint, and some orange paint. And I just took some cotton balls and pinched the clothespin on them and just kind of let them dab the paint on there. And then I just made these little turkeys. So once these dry, I will attach these to the plate there, and they will be all done. Alright, I'm wrapping wrapping up this video here. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you guys all in the next one. Bye.